Well, I must say out of the gate, I don't know if I'm talking to an angel or an angel. The viewers on YouTube will notice in the backdrop of Carissa's set here appears to be some sort of angelic shrine, which I think is apt and fitting because you are an angel and an absolute, what did I say, legend in the universe of all things beauty. So thank you for being on the show, Carissa. Welcome to the Body Beauty Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yes, I am. I feel like there's lightning in my veins, and I feel like I'm just at Disneyland. This is going to be a lot of fun. So let's start. Why not? There's no
Let's
better
do
place
it.
to start than the
Yeah.
start. So here is where I
Yeah.
think we should start. You, 17 years ago, were working as, well, let's just say a corporate tier, meaning a corporateer or a musketeer, corporateer, whatever. And after doing that for what probably felt like an eternity, you found yourself, dare I say, overworked, underappreciated, and I would dare say grossly underpaid. And that's where the story starts. So I would love to hear how Carissa came to be, specifically the opening of your first spa. And I'm doing opening in quotes here because it was not quite. But tell us about the story of how Carissa came to be who she is today, starting 17 years ago.
Well, really started out just have a passion for helping people. So wanted to get into something that I felt like I could have an impact on people's lives. Chose massage therapy as just some schooling to get into. It's a great touchy feely, makes you feel good, kind of that spa vibe. Dragged my mom along with me through school. I said, you need a career change too. And after we completed school, we were going to open up our first spa. That was our big goal. That's what we wanted to do. Got to the point where we got almost into the building and everything fell apart. So the building wasn't zoned commercial, it was zoned industrial, and they wouldn't change it. So all this hard work that we were getting into basically just kind of fell flat on its face. So we were kind of at the point where do we go from here? My mom luckily found something in the massage therapy industry. She started doing it pretty much out of school since our business didn't launch. We said, hey, go build your clientele, go get some experience. We'll kind of see where this follows later. If I can get into it, I'll do it. And over the years, I never fell back into massage therapy. I went back to college, thought maybe nursing. I was just trying to find my call. Over and over again, I found myself in human resources, which comes to that overworked, underappreciated. No one likes HR. They're like, oh, HR is coming. Like, it's not a great title to hold. I loved it because I loved helping people, but it had such a bad connotation to it that it didn't make me feel happy. I'm like, what am I doing this for? I'm doing this day in and day out. And where's the passion? Where's the excitement? And we find ourselves in these in and out of jobs. And at one point, after starting over with, I can't tell you how many different companies, you find yourself the ethics and it's so, the corporate world was just getting me. And I was like, I'm here for the people. My clients are my employees and I want to make them happy. And I mean, that's the whole part of HR is people. And so many companies lose that big picture. And I just kind of talked to myself and I was like, do I want to do this for 30 more years? Nope, I don't. Because it's just, you give so much of yourself and you work so hard for something. I basically came down to a point where I said, hey, mom, I want to open up a spa again. And she looked at me like I was crazy.
Wait, and this was
And
3 weeks after the first failure?
this was 14 years after the first one. Yeah. So a little bit of time in there. So
Okay.
yeah, my mom was like, there's no way that, okay, whatever you want to do. And I was like, no, I'm really serious. I'm burned out, which at 34 years old, being burned out at a corporate job, like I shouldn't be burned out at 34 years old. So I was at least in a comfortable job where I could put some money away, get something going, get my licensing back into good standing and stuff. Because we got my certification, I just never got back into it. But a big career shift from managing an HR department to a hands-on customer service. But I was just like, everything was falling into place. The licensing, the building, and it was just like this is meant to be. If it's just coming so naturally, then this just might be the time to
Mm.
get us into this place. And we opened up our doors 3 years ago. We're celebrating 3 years this month. And I mean, COVID hit 6 months later. We're just like, oh no. So anyone that has started up a business and gone through COVID or been established or not established, I started with 0 clients and I was just like, now I have no income. Great. We're shut down. Being in Michigan, we were shut down for 3 months. So we're like, this is perfect. But we kept working on renovations. We kept tackling things. We didn't give up. We're like, nope, we're going to reopen. We did. We got to here, like, we're just going to keep sticking at it. And within a few months of reopening, we slowly just were kind of seeing we don't want to get shut down again, but just started taking regular clients and stuff, and got to a point where things were starting to get steady. And I kind of was like, this is it. This is all I got is massage. Like, I know I can do more. We gotta do something else. Let's do something exciting. You talk to your clients, you see what's missing in the area, you see opportunities. I want to be different. I don't want to be like every other massage place. I don't want to be like every other business. You got to set yourself apart from the other places. What makes you special? What makes you unique? And you got to listen to your clients and see what they want. And I just luckily stumbled across Artemis and started out with the cryoskin machine. And it's been so significantly life-changing, not even just as a business owner, but the things I'm able to do for my employees and for myself and the growth that we have had. It's opened up opportunities for other women to become self-employed, and all while just doing some amazing stuff and being results-based. It was just like, this is it, and let's get into it. There's more. There's not just cryoskin. There's more opportunity, and our clients are loving it and wanting it. So I'm like, hey, let's do this. So it's just been a billowing effect. And now we just started doing the endospheres on top of the cryoskin because we just said, hey, the cryoskin gives us amazing results, but there's more we can do. There's more stuff out there. And looking into other machines and other opportunities, I was like, nope, this is what I want to do because I believe in it, because it's results driven. It gets into there, and that's what we want. We want people to see what their money is doing for themselves. So, and a lot of places miss that around here in this area. They just are like, cool, I got this, give me your money, bye. And we don't want that. We want to make sure that they feel like we actually care, because that just gives you, it's good karma, it's good business, it's a good way to say, hey, I want to make sure that you're going to get this. You know, yeah, there's parameters that you got to kind of get aside. Like, okay, well, we thought it might take 10, it might take a little bit more, but you kind of work with them and you go, but look at the results we've had thus far. Do you want to keep continuing? And if not, that's fine. We can find other alternatives or work with you and coach them along the way to get better health and better dieting and better lifestyles, because that's what we do as massage therapists. And in the health and wellness industry, we want their whole life to be better. It's about the longevity of things, not just always that quick, immediate result and stuff, and just trying to help coach them through those things. So it felt like this pairing with Artemis and our machines have been just kind of natural. It's been so easy for us to implement. So it's been quite an amazing journey. So still soaking it in. So
Do you have any idea how committed you are?
I've been told that a few times. It takes a lot. And I think a lot of people don't understand it, but I love it. I'm passionate for it. And it's, yeah.
You said something that maybe the unsavvy listener would have missed, but the thing that just Mike Tyson uppercut throat punched me in the ear in all the right ways, and it very much so. Hey, it's a birthday party. I have velvet gloves on, not a Mike Tyson in the ring, knocking my eyeballs into the back of my sockets and out of the back of my skull sort of punch. Wow, that was a hell of a illustration there, verbally. Anyway, back to you. What you said that stood out to me was, and I quote, "I did not quit."
Yeah.
And so I want to segue here for a brief moment and drop a few observations as I just realized I've yelled into your ear with your AirPods in your ear. So apologies.
No, you're
gone deaf.
They're falling out.
You're so committed that not even a 14-year latency between your first quote failure, which by the way, failure is just a seminar on success that you haven't had yet, by the way.
Yeah.
But that 14-year latency didn't even stop you. COVID didn't stop you. In fact, before we got on the show, you told me that 6 months after COVID and being locked down for 3 months, you actually got busier due to COVID because people realized, oh, wait a minute. Life is short. Self-care is important. Yeah, sign me up. How about $200 a month in my budget for massage, or $1,500 for a pack of aesthetic treatments or whatever? I'm going to take care of myself because I see the fragility of life. And you grew, and that wouldn't have come to be unless you were committed. And so I want to drop a little bit of a nice tincture, a dose of contrarian wisdom, brought to you by not yours truly, but relayed by yours truly, or yours unruly, aka me, which is that Carissa is testament to the fact that yes, 90% of businesses will fall on their face and fail. But sorry, I'm yelling again. I keep forgetting I have AirPods in my ears.
Okay. It's all good.
I'm passionate. But 100% of committed entrepreneurs will succeed, even if it takes them 14 years of their beautiful lives to bring it to be. So, that said, can't resist asking this question. As you've been on this 17-year journey now, are there misconceptions about the operation of a beauty business that most gurus or whatever advocate for, but you have seen as being, no, that's not the case. This is the truth. This, whatever this is.
I think what most people miss, and I go to other places, check out other stuff just to see who's evolving and who's growing, but so many people miss that opportunity. And that's essentially it. Our world grows so fast, whether it's technology or social media. I mean, marketing today is so different than marketing 17 years ago. That if you don't keep on top of things or stay engaged with what's going on, you will find yourself out of place and outdated and not competitive. And we literally started from me and my mom. We dragged on her clients, and I said, hey, I'll start at zero. Me and her, and then we're adding our ninth person in less than 3 years. It's just been that type of growth because we're trying to attract like-minded people that want to evolve and grow and be in their own space and take control and be set different from medi spas or massage, whatever it is in this industry. We want to be unique to us and our clients, but take that opportunity. And so many people are like, what, online booking? What's that? It's like, I need to call in and make an appointment. I'm like, write it out of a paper and pencil. There are so many people that are still getting out of that. I'm like, you are missing so much opportunity by leading people to a website that functions. I mean, those type of things are not common, at least not in our little, we are in a little town in Michigan, but I mean, with bigger cities supporting it. But some of these bigger cities catch that concept where some of these smaller areas don't quite catch on, and you've got to grow and adapt to that. And I tell you, I don't have to be on the phone booking appointments. They book them themselves just by leading them to where our website is. They just go, that's what I want. And then you cross sell your different stuff. And it has exploded to what it has been. I didn't know when we opened this that we would offer all these different things. It's just naturally come and grown and supported the business to where I'm not working myself to death to be able to take care of our clients and our people, provide a beautiful space for them to be and come and retreat to. It's a big city feel without being in the big city and all the big prices and stuff like that. They feel like in the comfort of their own backyard, they've got a little day spa and they go, hey, I don't have to go, to Chicago or these bigger cities that are closer by to get some of these services that are amazing and results driven. So it's just, I feel like so many people stay in their lane. They don't want to learn something new when it's like there's so many things to step outside of that. And that's what I find so exciting for us as me as a business owner, is looking outside of just what we know and we do. It's like I want to use CBD. I want to use different tools. I want to use different stuff because that makes us different. So I think that's the exciting part about it. And it's always something new. A lot of people don't thrive in change. I get excited about change. I'm like, ooh, what else can we do? It's probably makes my girls crazy, but I love it. So I think that's a big thing that people miss, is not embracing the change of what is in this industry, that there's so much more out there to offer people. So that's what I find exciting.
Carissa, do you have a message along that set of rails of this being one of the misconceptions of I need to stay in my lane? It's a misconception, two of the three that I heard there, and I'll come back to the other first and third in a minute. But do you have a message to massage therapists that are hell-bent on staying in their lane? What would you tell massage therapists that are stuck on staying in their lane?
Well, my mom's one of them. She's kind of old dog, new tricks. She's like, I like where I'm at. This is where I'm comfortable. And that's okay for the people that want to do that. She's kind of like, hey, I'm going to be retiring soon. But the people that have a lot of time left, massage therapy is a very physical job. We are literally working on people. And if you do need tissue, it's a workout. And some of these other machines can kind of get you that same way. I'm like, oh, we're going to get some endospheres. We're getting that upper body workout. But what it is outside of that, you're work smarter, not harder. There's other opportunities to get results, whether it's lymph drainage or pain and muscle relief, for something else that you can bring in without having to do something that's so taxing, or just a better bang for your time. It's like, if I'm going to sit here and take a massage client, I love massage, don't get me wrong, and my clients would kill me if I ever stop, but I want to make sure if there's something else that I can offer them, if they do have pain and stuff, massage will get to that and stuff. But some of these other machines are made to, like the endospheres is amazing for the pain and inflammation. I have clients that are just like, after one session, like, this is amazing. And if I can just give them some alternative to a massage, and they're just like, who knew? Mind blown that something so simple could do that. But for me as a business owner, it's like, I could do an hour massage for, say, X in our area. Let's say a basic relaxation or massage is like $60 to $80 for an hour. If I'm going to spend an hour with someone on like endospheres, yes, I have overhead that's different and everything with my machine, but it's $200 or $300 or however their sessions are broken out in their packages. Well, what sounds better for my hour worth of time? Yes, I've got a little bit more overhead with my machine, but it brings in a higher revenue. So there's more of that to come in and share and give back out. So like I said, if it helps me pay for my overhead or helps take care of these things, then I don't have to do 2 or 3 massages to one endospheres or cryoskin session. It's a much better utilization of my time, or it just gives my body and my mind and myself something to break up the day. I can do a massage here, an endosphere and a cryo there. I do all 3 in a day, and it gives me some versatility as well. And my body is not as taxed because I'm not getting in there for the massages and doing 5 or 6 a day to really, really get stuff out, when I can get other results out of these other machines. So it's just kind of opening your mind to, there are other tools, there are other things that you can do to provide your clients some stuff. And then there's some aesthetic benefits as well. So it's like, who doesn't want to have less cellulite? Who doesn't want to lose a little bit of fat? It's like, I can't do that with massage.
Yeah.
Wish I could, but I can't massage that fat off.
Totally.
So it's giving them another alternative. They feel better about themselves when you're a part of someone's, especially their wellness journey, or making them feel better about how they carry themselves. I have gotten people in tears after sessions because they're like, this has changed. Cryo, endospheres, because it makes just a little bit of difference on how they carry themselves. Massage, they go, yeah, I feel better. But I mean, you do a toning session on a man who's maybe had some extra weight, and he wants to just tighten it up, and his chest is completely transformed in some toning. He's like, oh, they want to cry because they feel better in their skin. Who doesn't want to be a part of something like that? That is what, I even got goosebumps. I love being a journey that you make people feel themselves, instead of that HR, she comes, run, she's gonna fire me. I don't like that. I want to actually be a positive person in someone's life. And that's what drives me day in day. I just want to be here for my clients to make them feel better. If it's a massage, great. If it's cryo, great. If it's Etospheres, great. Even if it's the other girls in their sessions, we want people to be healthier, feel better about themselves. And it's not always about the surgery and the, all that other stuff. People that want those instant results and want to shell that out, hey, I get it. You do you, but if there's a way that you can come in and come out and get on with your day and still get results and save yourself some money, and you're okay with taking that time and that longer stuff, and you're not doing it harming your body, it just makes so much sense. We try to do things as holistically and as healthy as possible. I mean, there's certain things that, yeah, you're going to get that with some other, aesthetic benefits in the Medi Spa type stuff. So, okay, the people that want to do it, hey, I get it. But we can try to do things and offer different solutions that are just helping your body progress and do things better, because the toxins that are in our society and everything that our bodies are subjected to every day, if we can detox, if we can get that stuff out and we can help our body get rid of it, why not? Just educate people on it. Just get them to learn about it and understand it, and then get them to just engage in a session. Hey, try this out. I'll give you a little quick 5 minutes just to see how it feels. And then they go, oh, that's it. I love it. Let's do more. You just got to give them an understanding of like, these are results that I've seen with other people. I've had great, I've had stellar, I've had some that were like, okay. But we took a bigger deep and dive and go, okay, were they drinking their water? Were they actually doing a diet and exercise? Are we looking at I can only do so much here. And I tell my people, I say, you can spend a lot of money with me, or you can spend a little money. It depends on what you do once you hit that door. I might not see you for 2 weeks. I might not see you for a couple days. You've got to keep up with it at home if you want to continue to see the results here. We're doing the work here. We need to make sure we're setting you up for success. And you try to coach them that way so they have better results, because then they feel like their money didn't just go to waste. And I try to emphasize that as much as possible. I don't want to just take money. I want people to come in, invest in themselves, feel better, get the results, because they'll come back for more, or they'll tell their friends.
So if we look at the misconceptions you mentioned, the first is something like, and we're going to come on to 1 and 3 here in a minute, but the number one was the necessity of digitization, meaning, hey, we're not living in the era of the horse and buggy, aka pen and paper. We're not living in the era of the Model T, aka I don't know, a snail mail or VHS.
Oh yeah.
Right? We have Spotify now. Okay. That's the first thing. The third thing is that we've got to be willing to change, aka do not be a neo-Luddites who refuse to adopt was that the printing press, the Luddites in history? Anyway, don't be a neo-Luddite. And third, avoid, or rather the misconception would be, I just need to stay in my swim lane. So what I want to ask you is, as a result of you deciding to get away from staying in your swim lane of, I am only a massage therapist, I only will make $80 an hour till the day I die. And with tip, maybe $99, maybe 90 if they're cheap, maybe 100 if Austin comes in and tips me correctly. But as a result of you choosing to avoid just staying in your swim lane and broadening your horizon, let's say, you were able to take your revenue from $80 an hour, doing just massage manually, to $300 an hour by putting yourself in an Iron Man suit, aka technology, through cryoskin and Etospheres.
Yes.
Wow.
Last year alone, it was like our first solid year of business post-COVID. So, the first kind of stumbling blocks, but first full solid year having cryoskin. We got it at the beginning of last year. So we've had it over a year and a half now with cryoskin. And I was like trying to find anything to write off on my taxes. I was like, please, 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 I need some deductions here, because the income was so significant in your first full year. Most people see losses as a business in the first 3 to 5 years. My accountant's like, okay, she might know what she's doing over there, because I'm like, I don't mind paying my taxes, but I want to reinvest back into my business first because I want to get those write-offs at the beginning of my business. I want to make sure I keep putting it back in there. So I'm willing to invest in a machine. I'm willing to invest in, I have a building I have to remodel and I'm doing all that stuff. But you know what? I'm not taking that as credit. I'm using the money that's coming in to put it right back into the business instead of drawing in more debt and loans and borrowing. I don't have any bank loans. Or anything. It's just something I'm doing and sustaining by the revenue that my machines are bringing in. I mean, I'd like to say payday, but I'm not. I want to make sure that I have, again, that atmosphere. We just remodeled to bring in two more, open up two more spaces for two more practitioners. And we got a little she shed. So we have a break area, which is what I'm in now. So it's to the point where I'm evolving that I'm running out of space and stuff, but I'm using my revenue from what I've got coming in from these machines to put it right back into my business instead of borrowing and scraping and like, oh, am I going to pay this? Am I going to pay that? It's just thinking smarter. And I think so many of our clients are like, holy ma, why? Like, and I'm like going, because I'm not afraid to take those chances. I'm not afraid to go against the grain. And guess what? If it doesn't work out, you know, we started out on the subscription. I said, so what's the worst that's going to happen? I send the machine back and I gave it a try. You know, what's the worst that can happen? We got some people it doesn't work. And we say, okay, we tried, but it works. And so you're just like, I think I need to buy this thing and continue with it. And yeah, whether it's the technology or anything, it's just, I've almost kind of pinched myself sometimes that I'm going, that's all it was. It was just that easy. And then I get other girls to get trained on it because I'm so busy. I can't keep up. So now I got to go get other people to help do the work. Oh, what a horrible problem to have. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Who should be adding these devices? Cryoskin and Endospheres.
Any type of wellness industry, any type of, I mean, even massage therapists, it's like massage. And honestly, I think it correlates so well with massage because we are familiar with the body. We are, you know, it's not like someone, I mean, essentially you get the training, you can learn how to do it. But I think if you're intuitive enough, or if you've got a business and you're a massage therapist and you're already hands-on with the body and you're familiar with it, you just know how to work that muscle, that fat and everything to get that stuff out of there because you touch it. It's not foreign to you. I've had a couple people that got certified and that wasn't their thing. You know, they go, oh, I've actually got to touch people. I've got to actually kind of get up in, you know, it is a certain amount of comfortability of working on people's bodies. It just is what it is. So my people that have actually done better with it are my other massage therapists. I said, hey, you want to make some extra money? We can get you busy in massage. We can also get you certified in cryoskin or endospheres. I've got a couple girls that came and did the certification for endospheres. They're my estheticians, and we're all familiar with working on the body and comfortable with it. So anyone that is kind of got that customer service hands-on, whether it's wellness, therapy, sports, anything, I think they do better. I think they feel more comfortable with it. But I mean, I've talked to other people that it's like, as long as you can get past that, you know, you're working on people's bodies. If you feel comfortable with that and being in people's space, anyone can do it if you believe in yourself. You don't even have to be existing therapist or something, I believe, for some of the machines that you guys offer. And just as long as you get the certifications and you go through the training, and the training has been great. I've loved the training facilities that you guys provide and stuff too. It's very thorough. And the online stuff that we do, I work on people over and over and over. And then I say, okay, let's roll it out to paying clients. I want to make sure that I'm not just in there going, what the heck am I doing? Thanks, let me have your money. You know? So as long as you get comfortable with those machines, it makes it much easier. But I think some of the trainers have said, oh yeah, you can tell you're familiar with working on a body because we're just like, yeah, okay, we just got to get going with this and stuff. So the endospheres was just like, I don't need to train these guys. They got this. It was just because we're comfortable in people's space already. So I think it just naturally comes to you. You're used to steps. You're used to that type of stuff. But I think it's just a little bit maybe easier for us to kind of catch on to. But it's been great. So now I've got 4, 5, 6, I don't even know. I've lost track. About half of my girls know how to utilize some of these machines that I have. So I don't have to be the only person to do it and take on the work. Now it's just share the work and share the love too. So it's like I want to see them successful as well too. So
wow. Can I ask you a really nosy question?
Sure.
No. Okay. How
Might tell
have
you no afterwards.
No, you shall not ask. What has cryoskin and Endospheres done to the piggy bank?
Well, I have a savings like I've never had before. I mean, which is great. It's a great thing to have a cushion in your business. Like I said, the building that we got, we've pretty much remodeled. It was a flipper. It was kind of a little rough. It made that a lot easier, a lot more. I probably doubled my income in 1 year last year. So I was over 6 figures last year. My first year just having my cryo skin. I can't do that as a massage therapist. That's a lot of massaging. That is not real. So it is 50,
Wow.
I would say at least 50% increased my income just in the first year of having cryo skin alone. I was like, if cryo skin can do this, let's bring on endospheres. And we've already seen some amazing growth because of the results, and because we have that existing cryoskin clientele that they're like, I'm already engaged, we've already been working on me doing this and this, let's get to that cellulite, let's get to that muscle toning, yeah, let's do it. And then you educate them in the pain and inflammation and all the other benefits that come with it. Some of it's going to be aesthetic and some of it's going to be for the pain and stuff, but if we're getting to that root cause, it just melts all together with what we're already doing as wellness and massage therapists and practitioners. And we've got estheticians and we've got, other people in the aesthetic as well in our building. So it's like we got our own little day spa and it all just gels together. And for me, it's been great. And that's why I want to share with my girls is like, I want them to have a piece of that pie too, because I want to put back into them. I'm nothing without them as well either. So the fact that they see that and know that I want them to succeed and be their own bosses, I carry the weight, but I don't mind.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's incredible. So cryoskin alone doubled your revenue.
Yes.
Endospheres exponentiated that because they work symbiotically. That's
Mm-hmm.
incredible. And you
Yep.
could not have achieved those results as a therapist because I mean, literally, if you're doing, I mean, what is the ceiling for massage therapy or therapist in a week? Like 30 hours a week at the most? 20?
Oh, that's a lot of massages. I would say at the most, we usually usually a comfortable spot for us would be 15 to 20 massage clients because it's so physical and you're taking on a lot of energy too, if you have a lot of talkers mostly.
Yeah.
But so it is a very physical taxing job. And then you do all your own self marketing and all your other stuff. So you got to make time for that, checking in and out. We don't have a receptionist because we like to keep things personal with our clients. So yeah, there's only so much you can physically do in a week. And I've had upwards of weeks during the summer, particularly with cryo and now endospheres as well, where I'm taking 30 clients a week between the three because there's that much demand for it. And I tell you, if some of my other girls were more full time, I could keep them busier with it as well too. So it's definitely something, and it's nice when you can share that work with other people, so you're not doing 30 a week.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to take 30 of 30, like you got to see what weighs down and what's going to be the physicality of the job as well and what it's going to bring in. So I'm not even, we're not even into the fourth quarter this year, and I'm pushing over 6 figures already with having these two machines. So
Wow.
it's been pretty great.
Because I'm doing the math here. So if you're seeing 15 clients a week is the average, and
Yes,
that's like
that would say
that's the
was
sweet
average. Yeah.
spot. So to
15
do
to 20.
more than that is like almost inconceivable because your hands will
It's
explode.
taxing. Yeah.
Very taxing. So that's
Mm-hmm.
at that same rate without a holiday throughout the
Mm-hmm.
entire year. That's a $72,000 a year ceiling for the average therapist. And
Yes, that would
that's
be very, very good income if you were making that as a therapist. And honesty.
wow.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
9.1% inflation, the debasement
Mm-hmm.
of currency, the housing market up, I think what's the national average, something like 20,
Oh,
30%
it's
for
mm-hmm.
home purchases. So what is a massage therapist to do? I guess you could go work for a big corporation and make what, 15, 20 an hour. So a fifth of this figure.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Yes.
So there's almost
Mm-hmm.
a crisis for massage therapists where they're almost by way of the pressures of inflation, the constraints on time and bodily constraints, because you're not
Mm-hmm.
robots that are reptilian humanoids like some of our previous presidents may or may not have been. Insert conspiracy and tinfoil hat here.
No comment.
Yeah, I plead the
That's a whole
fifth, Your
nother story.
Honor. So there is almost no way that a massage therapist can enter a six-figure a year space short of
Right.
equipment and self
Right.
operation of their own entity, their own business of them.
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that staggering. That's baffling. So 72,000 is like
It
almost.
was when I left the human resource industry and I was up in the manager's director level of human resources. So I was on the upper tier of that. And last year I made more than I ever made in human resources. And I was in human resources for 14 years, 13, 14 years of experience. And, it's like, holy cow, it's a huge difference. And I can put it into myself. And it's just, you just go out and work for it. I mean, it's there. It's like, this is kind of easy to do if you want it. It's there for people to take advantage of. It's fun. I love doing the work. I'm always like, "Ooh, I got some Carissa skin, I got some endospheres," because it's fun. It's something different. And you do make a different bond with your clients. You do see them a little more frequently and stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's that was the part to me when I got through the end of the year and I went to my tax person. I was like, oh, that's why I was like, I need to find me some write-offs and stuff, because it makes a big difference to um like I said, having that money in the bank. I don't stress about it. And it's like, oh, and once you build that clientele and the word of mouth and everything like that, now the cryoskin's established. And now it's just getting to inform people about the endospheres and the different benefits with that. So they go hand in hand, and our clientele are like, oh, that's great. Or they reach a whole different clientele because of the wellness attached to the endospheres that all of our clients are already in there for, because they got circulation issues, they've got fibromyalgia, they've got all these different issues that we're already trying to tackle with massage. It's like, well, we could probably help with that if you want to try a session or even just see how it feels. And they get a little taste of it, and they're like, oh yeah, that's really interesting. So it's not always down to the aesthetic sides of it, which is what I love about the endospheres, is that we're actually tackling things that are deeper into the body and actually getting to things that so people can have a better quality of life. But the money is the bonus side of it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, cool. Who doesn't money have everything with nice when you're a massage therapist and you're not stressed. You don't want to push that off on your clients.
Yeah.
But then I'm able to do a lot more for people and share that back out there when I'm not trying to do it on a massage therapist budget. So definitely makes that so much easier.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's amazing to see that there's something seemingly so simple to stand up that can take you from 5 figures to 6 figures relatively
Mm.
pain-free.
Yeah.
And it allows you greater surface area to have profound effect on the lives of your customers. Like you said,
Mhm.
some of these stories of your customers have been life-changing, where they
Yes,
look in a mirror, oh
absolutely.
my God, I look
Yeah.
a decade younger. It's incredible.
Hmm. Yep, absolutely. It's a
So
good feeling too.
yeah, you're doing meaningful work,
Absolutely.
which is really
I want to make
important.
a difference in lives. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Love that. Well, I
Yeah.
I want to ask you, see, so there's, we alluded to all three of the misconceptions, roughly speaking. So again, the first is the necessity of digitization, and I'm extrapolating from what you said. So
Yeah.
getting away from this, hey, I've done this the same way since the 30s. I use a pen and paper and a printed calendar for my appointments, instead of thinking, well, what does the customer today want? They want to go onto your website. This is me speaking. In fact, I'm going to do this tonight for
Mhm.
Alviano massage. I want to push a button, show
Yeah.
up, and I'll talk to somebody and leave. Okay. We want
Yeah.
to give our customers what they want, which is a digital experience predominantly for things like booking, et cetera. So we want to think about what we can digitize to make the customer experience better, number one. So that's the first misconception, is not doing that. Second is this idea of I have to stay in my lane and not look at other options. I've been using the I don't know what's the oldest manual technology in the book. I've been doing wood therapy and ice cubes my whole life. I'm going to stick with that until the cows come home. No, maybe look at getting out of your swim lane and broadening your swim lane. And third is don't be so anchored to the rudder of your past that you're not willing to change. So there was one other thing that we were playing with before the show when we talked initially, which was exploring how people should go about the researching products and the distinction in your experience between American-made products. So this might be the fourth misconception, which is that, hey, if it's not built in America, I don't want it. So the distinction between American aesthetic products and European aesthetic products. Any notes that you would drop on that front? Ladies and gentlemen, we're having some technical issues. Oh, there she is. Okay.
There we go. We're back.
Hey, we're back.
I was like, you lost you there. So back to what you were saying with now with the technical issues, I lost you. What was your fourth misconception?
Yeah, so the fourth misconception, yeah, no worries. The internet is weird. It's just going to space and then relaying
technology,
bits,
I guess
zeros
you
and
do
ones
have
to
that.
make. Exactly. So the question was, the fourth misconception means something like most people, you would think, and I can't speak for most people because I'm not most people, I'm me, would think that American-made products in the aesthetic space are superior to all else because we're patriotic and whatever. But you mentioned that it's actually the case that European aesthetic products tend to be better. So the question is something like, A, do you have any notes on that particular point? And then B, how do you go about thinking about doing research on new products as it relates to the first point there?
Absolutely. So people that are in kind of the beauty or the wellness industry, and I talk with a lot of other professionals in this industry as well, with our esthetician and stuff like that too. I'm a big advocate for trying it before you buy it. Like, I don't want to put stuff on my shelves. I do sell products and stuff, but I don't want to put anything out there that I personally won't use, because that's my money that I'm putting out there for it to just sit. If it's just going to sit, I have no interest in putting it out there. So I definitely want to look into the research, the quality. Is it clean? There is a different standard with the European standard than the FDA. I get it. I'm all for American made products. I'm not discrediting it or anything like that. But there is, when I say European standards, I'm not talking China. I'm not talking, I'm not knocking them too, but there is a different quality when it comes from different parts of this overseas. But the European standard has been drastically different in my experience. I have American made products here too, so I'm not knocking that, but that would be more my CBD and stuff like that I would normally carry. But when it comes to aesthetics and machinery, there is a different quality standard. So I feel like they're more based on that results driven. I feel like a lot of the different medi spas that I've looked into in the area, they're like, this is what I'm sticking to. This is what I know. Every other medi spa does it because it's easy to advertise. People are familiar with it, right? They don't go against the grain. They don't try anything new. They're not broadening their scope. Again, staying in their comfortable lane. That's what I know my Botox. I know my Juvederm. I know my Kybellas, my, whatever it is, they stay with it because it's created brand for itself. I don't want like a mission that offers those things. Okay, there is some to some extent that, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to do better. I know there's other stuff out there that can provide a different result. I've been one of those people where I say, hey, I want to go check this out. Let's see what it's about, because I can't speak to it if I don't try it myself. So I've tried Botox, I've tried these things, and I'm like going, yeah, I don't want to spend $500 every 3 months for you to shoot my forehead. Do I like the way it looks? Sure. But can I get those results elsewhere? Can I do it more cost effectively? Can I do it without injecting something into my body? Sure can. So by doing that and experiencing, I can give people that relation of, I'm not against it if that's what you prefer to do, but there are other alternatives, and educating them on how they can get results, and not just in your forehead for $500 or how much ever your units cost, but to the extent of, we can do more with your face, we can do chin slimming, we can cover more ground with your money if we give you opportunity and options to do it and effectively. I love the chin slimming. I was like, oh yeah, let's get in there. And it wasn't painful. It was cold, but it wasn't painful. And it worked. My whole face slimmed down significantly when I did it. And I was just like, my weight hadn't changed, but I could definitely see and feel the difference. And when you do it and your clients see it and they go, oh, okay, she's done it. She knows what she's talking about. And you gain that trust with your clients as well, too. So same thing with products. If it doesn't work for me, it might not work for everyone. I get that. People react differently to those type of things. So cryo might not be for everyone. I've had my hard clients that I'm just like, man, why are we not getting those results right away? We got to work towards it a little bit different. Are we drinking our water? Have we had any lifestyle changes? Are you on steroids? Certain things where you're like going, okay, working against the grain. I need to know about those things so we know what we're working with, so we can combat them, go overcome them, those sort of things. But the more you know about what you're working with and the products that you're utilizing, and can I help get you better results by, maybe we need to supplement it with something, maybe some vitamins. Are you down on collagen? All these other things that our bodies might need. You've got to be aware of that and other things in the industry that can help you and help your clients. It's just another opportunity to not only bring in other revenue, but it helps your clients get the results that they want and need. And that's what we want, is the results. So just by looking at those things and those different things, you've got to test the products. You've got to see what works. You've got to do your research, talk to other professionals. I've been to cryoskin groups. I talk to other professionals that utilize this and I say, hey, what's working for you guys? Those things to say, you've had great learning about different techniques and other things that people are utilizing. Everyone's going to have different experiences, but you've got to engage in that community and stuff too, and do the work and really know what you're working with, so you can be more informed, because your clients are going to ask you questions. They're laying there for 30-45 minutes going, what are you doing? You feeling any of those fat cells popping? So the more you understand it and feel it, I think it's different. So I feel like I've had better results and more success with those European machines. I love that. I am proud that we have machines that are from France and Italy. And you say that and people go, ooh, that sounds expensive. That sounds really cool. But they love the fact that they understand there is a different standard as well too. But you take the time to say, I don't just got a machine. I didn't go just buy something off of Amazon and say, I got it. I can get I've seen those groups too, where I'm like, oh, and they're asking you, how do you do this with this body? And, and I'm just like, why are you asking people what you're supposed to be doing? And you're contouring people's bodies. That makes me like, yeah, you're liable for that stuff. And that's what I'm just like, I love the fact that you get the training, you get everything with these machines. So I can confidently go in and do what I need to do and take care of the people's needs and meet results. And that to me says a lot. Not everyone's going to be about that, but it's worth the investment to me because it pays off so much more in the end. So in a long about round way. But yes, I definitely think the standard of what you guys offer is far better than anything else that I see at some of these places around here. And guess what? I have clients, I've gotten a tummy tuck. I've tried the cool sculpting. I've tried this. And they're like, it didn't work. And they're in my spa going, I want to try this. And holy cow, it's working. And I can be more strategic with the cryoskin. I can get into those areas that some of these other machines can't do. They've got problem areas and they turn me away for cool sculpting because I've got a scar over here. And I said, well, I can get around that. I've got a little tool that I can work around these areas and be more specific, where some of these other things, they can't even get done. And I have women that they have tummy tucks, and guess what? They're in here getting cryo skin done and they're losing inches. It's like, so sometimes these immediate things that we think are so great, they're still coming and getting what we have done, but because we're educating them on their diet and their exercise, you can get immediate results by going and getting a sleeve or going and getting a lap band or whatever and getting a tummy tuck. But if you don't change the lifestyle to go inside, you're still going to gain weight in certain spots and you're going to do stuff. So it's about educating people a little bit more.
So my
for them better too. They lose you again?
There we go.
Oh,
She's back. No worries. So let me ask you this question in closing here. Let's say I am billboard man and I have access to all the billboards in America, and on every billboard in America, along every highway, I-25, I-5, the 101, whatever, you could put whatever message on that billboard. And it was a message to massage therapists. And it could be about anything. It could be, if it's helpful, a quote. It could be something that you learn. It could be your own view. It could be anything. What would you put on that billboard for massage therapists?
There's just so much more opportunity out there if you are just open to it and not afraid to try it. Just try new things, try new opportunities. If it doesn't work, at least you can say you tried. I mean, I think that's what I have stuck to so much over the years, is that not everything is going to be a success, but you can at least say you tried. I didn't know if the spa was going to be a success. I jumped out of a secure salary job and said, let's give it a go. But at least I can say I tried because I wanted to follow something that was going to make me happy. Find your passion, find something worth doing, make a difference in people's lives, but find something that is really going to make like your purpose. I think that's the biggest thing in life, is find your purpose and how can you stand out. I don't want to be just another person floating through life. I want to make a difference in people's lives. And so I just really encourage anyone to find that, step out of their comfort zone, take that chance, take that risk, try something new, because probably more times than not, you're going to find that it was a great risk to take, and just stay dedicated to it. And if it doesn't work, at least you gave it a shot. But for me, it's worked out pretty good. So
clearly,
take that risk. Yeah.
Well, I will leave the audience with this quote, and then we'll give you space to give them a plug, let's say, to find you. So here's the quote that I will leave the audience with. What is worse, to try and fail or never live to tell the tale? And with that, I will turn it over to you. Where can the listeners and the audience members find you, Carissa, if they want to connect?
We are in Southern Michigan it's called a little town called Union. We're kind of in the north, but Zatara is our necklace, Zatara, dayspa.com. That's how we get everyone is into our website. You see all the different services that we offer and have, but just our little Zatara means driftwood. We got a nice little beachy vibe. We got a lot of little lakes around here, so it's a very cozy place and stuff. But you'll just know that when you come in here, all our girls are very, very much passionate about taking care of you and making you feel good. So that's where you can find us.
I'll say it again because the audio cut out. So it's Zatara Day Spa. I'll link this in the show notes as well. Zatara Spa. ZataraDaySpa.com to find Carissa and her team. So that is it from me. Unless you had anything else you wanted to pepper the audience with, genius-wise, insight-wise, or otherwise. And if not, we can hang our hats there for today. So we'll call that a show.
Sounds great. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's been awesome.
Awesome. Well, Carissa, I appreciate your time. Thanks for making this happen.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.